Assembly.
How long has this space been going?
This
and
has been
how did
going
it
on
start?
for 11 years now. April was dedicated to events for the anniversary of Nosotros, 10 years of Nosotros, since 2005, when it was established. This runs on the basis of an assembly, of a meeting, which takes place regularly every Mondays at 8. This meeting is open to everybody who would like to attend. There is no organization or concrete structure in Nosotros. We are not an association. I would say that we are a set of principles. We have a context, and we have certain principles that govern all the activities that take place here. First of all, they have to be anti-authoritarian. They have to be, for example, fair economy. So they have to do with solidarity. They have to do with self-education. And of course, self-organization, which governs, is the principle, is the spine cord of all our activities. We have to self-organize. We don't receive any kind of support or funding from anybody else. Our activities are self-funded.
And what are some of those activities? What is the community
The most important activities that take place here, but besides the political ones, are self-organized lessons. This is a whole building. I have to say this is a rented space. We pay a rent for the building, but this was a choice right
rather
from the
than
beginning.
squat.
Rather than squatting, because we wanted to have something that would be more open to the society. We liked to open up, and we chose this building. We wanted this building, which is in the heart of Exarchia. It has many prospects because it has a very big first floor, and the second floor, as I said, is dedicated to the self-organized lessons of Nosotros. There are different lessons going on. Each year the program is being formed by our teachers that will first have to come to the assembly and propose their course. This year, for example, we have comics, we have photography, we have dance courses, we have music. Of course, we have a whole music academy that has been running for the 10 years of existence of Nosotros.
And no money changes hands?
No money, no money. I would say that even the prices we charge here for the drinks, because all the expenses of the building are paid by the bar.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
So the rent is all paid by the bar?
It's all covered by the bar.
That's great.
Yes, yes.
That is great.
But we do not talk about prices, but voluntary contributions.
Yeah.
It's not always a matter of prices. If you don't have any money to pay, you're still welcome to be here. If you have a little bit more money to pay than €1.20 that a beer costs, you're welcome also to leave some money more. But of course, as an individual always, because Nosotros is made up of individuals. Everybody comes here with their personal responsibility. Whatever we are in charge of organizing or doing, we are responsible for it.
But you know, that sounds wonderful in principle, but in practice it seems there's always slackers or people who want to dominate and talk in the meetings. So how do you deal with the realities of human nature?
How do we do it? I would say that it's based on the spontaneous reaction of other human beings, because we all work in a community. We think that every human being is set to exist in comparison with others, in relation to others. We have to coexist in this space. Even the faults and even the bad behavior is part of this spontaneous organization, but somehow it is self-regulated because of the responsibility I said. If the assembly finds out that a person has done too many mistakes, they're not welcome here anymore. Or if they're not, if they don't respect our core principles, of course they will not be welcome here at Nosotros.
So how is that decision made? Do people all talk in the assembly? or-
Exactly, yes.
There's no
Everybody
board of
talks.
directors.
There is no vote. Decisions are based on consent. If
Consensus.
One has, consensus. No, excuse me. If one has an objection, and it is a valid objection,
Right,
the decision is not passed.
got it.
Every opinion matters here. Every opinion matters, and decisions are shaped like that through common consensus.
And how long our meetings usually last? Because sometimes consensus takes a
question.
long time.
That's a very good question. Yes, usually our meetings last. They start at 8, and they last until 11 o'clock in the evening, which is 3 hours.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Yes.
How many people are usually at these meetings?
It's about, I would say, 20 to 30 people. Yes. If we have more important things to discuss and different subjects, such as when we have anti-fascist struggles, for example, or activities we have to do for refugees, there may be more people coming in because there are different groups meeting at Nosotros, but they all form part of the General Assembly on Monday. They all have to assist the meeting on Monday. So at that point, maybe it may take a little bit longer if we have too many things to discuss. But practical matters are resolved very, very easily, I would say.
Do you rotate facilitating meetings? Because it really helps if there's someone facilitating.
Of course, there's always a coordinator.
And it rotates?
At the meeting, yes, but it's not even like everybody takes. It's usually the one who would like to be a coordinator becomes the coordinator, and also takes minutes. We also write down our notes. We have a mailing list. We send it to everybody that's on the mailing list. Maybe the physical presence may be 20 people here, but the mailing list is much bigger.
How many?
I would say it's about 60 to 80 people. I'm not exactly sure, because there are people here who have been here for years, may not come to the assemblies, but still receive some email. But anyway, this is a renewed every now and then.
And what got you involved here, personally?
What got me involved? First of all, the festival organized, the Bee Fest, I came here. I should say that I like Nosotros as a space, and I would come here with my company. Then I started having Arabic classes here.
What kind?
Arabic.
Arabic, yes, Arabic. I started learning Arabic at Nosotros. Of course, all our courses are free, as I said. There are no.
Did you learn to manage? Yeah, did you manage to learn?
Did you learn?
Yes, I did, of course. But this had to do with my
Very
consistency.
difficult.
With my consistency, it doesn't have to do with the teacher always. Yeah, it's very difficult. But anyway, because of my involvement with Palestine, I wanted to learn Arabic.
Wow.
And then I was interested in taking part of the activities of maintaining the space. We had a party here, and I was the DJ. I'm not a DJ. I have nothing. I like music. I like listening to music, and I have a big collection. I'm a translator, but I became a DJ for a night. And then we organized the Bee Fest in 2013. Our invited guest, our keynote speaker, was Naomi Klein at the time. And I was her translator, her interpreter during the festival. And this triggered much more involvement. And then it was this, like I found a space to I don't know, to express my political views that was more suited to my personality first, I would say, and then to my political views too.
The book that I'm working on it focuses on youth activism globally, and I wondered what the youth involvement is here and what you see elsewhere.
It's we see many young people getting involved here at Nosotros. I would say that 80% of the assembly is young people.
What is young?
Young is like until up to 28, 30 years old. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and even younger. We have people here 19, 20 years old that, for example, the whole B-Fest, the whole organization of the B-Fest as regards to practical matters, but also the discussions, the political discussions, there are many young people get involved. For example, yesterday, together with Claudia Moati, the speaker next to her was Tolis Tasnopoulos. He's part of Babylonia magazine, which organizes the festival. He's just 22 years old, and he's really gifted. He studies political sciences, and he's very smart. He has many things to say. And as I said, the whole organization is based on the youth.
Do you see any differences in their approaches, interests, way of organizing than older generations, the youth?
Differences. I've never thought of that. Okay, the young people may not be just as consistent as the older people may be, because it may be one decision like one moment and changes the other moment and things like that. There's no consistency. But when they get really involved, they do it well. Yes.
Some people say that this generation of young people is narcissistic, self-absorbed, just want to get likes on their social media page. Any activism is really superficial, clicking on a petition. Do you think that's a fair criticism or unfair?
It is fair if you're doing everything based on your computer from the safety of your home. Here we're talking about young people who are always on the streets. They don't stay much in front of a computer. Okay, we have the social media, which we use as a tool, but to project our actions and our activities. For example, the demonstrations. Just a month ago, we did a demonstration in front of Frontex, the Frontex building in Piraeus, because of the refugees.
What is Frontex?
Frontex is the European External Borders Agency, responsible for the security of the external borders of the EU. It has now been established in Greece. It is running the whole thing of the Aegean. It has put boats that act as a barrier between Greece and Turkey to prevent the influx of immigrants. We don't have many immigrants coming in anymore because of Frontex, because they stop the boats at sea now. And they select people based on their criteria, whether they're refugees or immigrants, discrimination again, because we don't believe, we say citizenship for all. They do it on board the vessels at sea. So we did a demonstration at the offices of Frontex in Piraeus. We shouted slogans, and we also threw some paint at their offices. We see really, that was 90% young people who did this. I was the only one who was a bit older, who is a bit older here, but I was the one who was taking photos, for example. As I said, the media is very important for us, but the action on the street